Okay, this is my zombie. My daughter has named him Stuart after one of the minions. This is just a mask I picked up at the Dollar General for $2. My dude picking up a skull. I bought 3 of these skulls at Wally's Party Store for about $5 each. This one I had bought last year at I think it was like Walmart or something, but it came with a couple arms and just a skull and a couple tombstones. But this, the body and the arms, I just got bored one day and decided to build a corpse that I saw online, and he was just up to here, just from here to here, and corpsed him up with some plastic, some saran wrap, and took some heat to it and painted it. And then he had no eyes. I got the eyes at the Dollar Tree a few years ago. And of course the guts are great stuff, which is perfect to use on any zombie or Halloween prop. The hands I made from a wire, just cheap wire from the dollar store, and masking tape. Masking tape does wonders, much better than duct tape, I believe, on Halloween props. Watch out, dude. And the legs, I got bored again one day and decided to make some legs, and decided to add him on top of the legs. I used some flat PVC that I had laying around the house from the bathroom, and a bunch of it's stuffed with a bunch of old shirts and plastic bags and stuff like that are wrapped around with duct tape and masking tape, and of course corpsed over with saran wrap and painted. This one I painted with black acrylic paint and dry brush with some yellows and greens. Of course the blood was clear Elmer's glue mixed with some food coloring, some red food coloring, and a little bit of black paint. I decided to try to go ahead and make him kind of like my version of the barreled zombie. I forgot what you call him, what his name is, from Return of the Living Dead. All it is hot glue painted black. I think it came up pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Let's see if we can flip him around here. He weighs probably about 20 pounds, if not a little more. You can see his spine here I made out of, I just put some great stuff on there in a line and made a couple little spine ridges. Look at that, he stands on his own. I will stretch his legs out. He stands a little better. His legs spread out a little more. But I did add some boots on him just to keep him standing up a little better. Filled the boots with great stuff and stuffed the legs inside. These are old work boots that I had. See, they're falling apart. I think he came out really good. I liked him. He's probably my favorite. This is my first major prop that I've done. Let's go ahead and put him back. And he hangs out here in my... Let go. He hangs out here in my son's room. The kids don't mind. They like looking at him. And that's it. Well, the body, the chest cavity, and the arms, they're made out of the flat PVC pipe. The ribs, I did. First I did the spine with PVC, and then the ribs were made out of coat hanger, wire coat hanger, and old shirts that I had torn up and twisted around them, and masking tape and duct tape, of course. And the sternum here is actually a piece of old tubing from washing machine that you connect to the hot and cold. That's all that is. And so is the sides here. I didn't like the way he looked. It was just like this and down. So I added some kind of like bracing, I guess, for him. And that was also used from the tubing from the washing machine. The shoulders, the joints are foil. Lots of foil balled up and wrapped around it with, of course, duct tape and masking tape. Watch out, buddy. Baby in the jar. Get out of here, dog. Here, let me help you. You see here, this was my second one that I made, my second torso. I did him exactly the same way as this guy, except this one I decided not to put a head. Gave him one arm. It's kind of looks like it was ripped off. And this one, no hand, it was ripped off. Of course, great stuff. Did the chest cavity the exact same way. I like this chest cavity better than that one. The bottom of it is actually, I used old milk jugs and cut them up along with ice cream bucket lids. What's up, buddy? This is my main dude. And made it into of course, a waist. See, he likes, hey, don't mess with that, dude. Don't do that. You can see I put some maggots on there. It's actually just rice, cooked rice. Excuse me. Let's put him back. There's just another cheap skeleton that I had from the spirit store a few years back. Put some saran wrap on him. When I do the saran wrap, I don't have a heat gun. I don't have the money to buy a heat gun. So I do the saran wrap, and then I took an acrylic spray that I had and a lighter. Basically made a torch, and it's a lot faster than the heat gun. I watched videos with the heat gun, and it's a lot faster doing it with the torch. That's how I did all these. Of course, the blood is on this one is just the glue, the Elmer's glue, and the what do you call it? food coloring and a little bit of paint. I did stain this one with some wood stain, and I didn't really like the way it shined, so I threw some paint on it. Tried to make it look like sores and bruising, but it didn't really come out that way. But I still like it a lot. And this guy, I decided to make a groundbreaker. And the hands, these hands up to here, actually came with that skull. So I decided to add them onto this guy, this groundbreaker. I'm going to throw a pipe in the ground and stick him out of there, and probably put a brace on this arm to where it stays up like that. This skull I got from the Wally's Party Store, $5. Same as this. I just opened the mouth, cut it off, and masking taped it back on there. You can see he's got some green on him. I ran out of the clear acrylic spray, and sometimes the lighter would go out. Of course, I tried to do it when it was windy, and I kept hitting him with some green spray paint. Works the same as the torch, as a torch. This is my latest one that I'm working on. I'll probably be staining him, seeing how that comes out. Yeah, I did his body the same way I did this one and that one, but his isn't as thick or as big. He's only got 2 ribs and a sternum, because, well, he's gonna be coming out of the ground. You're not gonna see all of him. Need to work on him a little more with the torching of the saran wrap. And I get all my saran wrap and duct tape and masking tape at the Dollar Tree, because over there everything is $1, unlike Dollar General. Here's an arm that I made. Well, a forearm and a hand that I made. It's just cardboard box from a cereal, and this right here is cardboard tubing from another saran wrap or foil, and the hands is actually a glove that I taped up, like a latex glove that I taped up. I stuffed it with paint not paint, cardboard and wire, so the fingers kind of bend, but they don't stay there. Of course, I saran wrapped it and took a torch to it and mixed up some red and yellow and green paint a little bit, and it kind of gave me this fleshy look along with a little bit of brown. And I dry brushed it, some yellows, and it came out alright. And of course, got some great stuff right here coming out. I think it came out okay. It's not too bad. This was a head. Didn't come out like I planned. I had an eyeball there, but it got torn off by one of the kids. I just took a mask that I had and stuffed it and taped it up and saran wrapped it, and then filled it full of great stuff to give it some hardness to it. And